Good afternoon, everybody. I'm about to give you a little bit of an underhood tour and cold start video of this 1978 Delta 88 Royale. 39,885 miles about as of this moment. So let's go over a few things. The engine was refinished in the proper shade of Oldsmobile blue. I also painted the exhaust manifolds with Por 15 cast iron gray manifold paint, which is a high temperature paint. So that's already been on there for, I don't know, a month and a half or so, through plenty of heat cycles. Still looks great. It's going to stay that way for years to come. You will have a little bit of discoloration where the heads meet the manifold as you start to use the car. It looks great now, but that's going to change over time. Everything else will stay the way it is. Engine looks very clean. Alternator, brackets, oil fill tube, original radiator hose, original wire hose clamp. This car, to my knowledge, only came with a 2-barrel carburetor on this 260 V8 Oldsmobile engine. At some point in time, somebody opted to put a 4-barrel carburetor on it. When I received the car, it had a Holley 650 and it didn't have a functioning choke. So what I ended up doing was buying a Holley 390 CFM 4-barrel and replacing it with that to make sure that this car had choke proper function in the colder climates. It ran beautiful, but I wanted to make sure that this part was functional as well. Also, in addition to that, this little stamp here, timing OK stand, is exactly how it's supposed to be. I painted around that and just used a high temperature clear on the engine. That's been refinished. The booster, I elected to leave in a natural state and just use a matte clear coat as opposed to trying to paint it with something. I couldn't decide exactly how far I wanted to go with that, and I was more worried about it not looking completely as clean and authentic as I wanted it to, so I just left it in a bare metal state, cleaned it up, and matte clear coated that. Engine compartment looks really, really nice for the age. They did do a Z-barding type of Cosmoline undercoating. It's all on the inside of the fenders. It extends to this part of the plastic fender liners. I cleaned off what I could on this part here. I also did a reproduction style Delco Freedom battery. It's basically a topper, but I also bought a new battery and painted the case white to make it look exactly how it's supposed to look for a 1978 car. I think it looks pretty nice under here. It's not claiming to be a restoration. It's just trying to clean it up and make it look as correct as possible. So what we'll do now is I'll put the air cleaner on it and get it ready to fire up. Hang on to this for a minute while I apply that air cleaner. I just wanted to show it without it so you can see everything as it is. Cast out, but that's actually better to look at the engine compartment as opposed to some of it being in the sunlight. Okay, it's on there nice and snug. Okay. Seeing it's a cold start video. Engine's 84 degrees even on the cylinder head, so that's dead cold. Hang on to this, and I will give a 2-pump shot. As you can see, she lights right up. Sounds really smooth. I'll wait a minute for it to come down off the fast idle, give it a little kick on the throttle, and it'll go down to its predetermined idle setting, which is, when I set the timing, I set it to idle at about 700 RPM. Sounds really smooth, runs like a new car. With the mileage, it still is kind of a new car, even though it's old. Listen to that baby purr. She sounds awesome. Not a puff of smoke out of the tailpipe. No ticks. No nothing. She goes down the road great. So I hope you enjoy the video. And that it shows you everything you would like to see under the hood of this exceptional Oldsmobile. Have a great day.